के सीधा आपको नंबर्स पर और अपडेट देते हैं। मैनेजमेंट से बात करें निकुंज डालमिया।
We see this quarter's revenue, it has come in significantly better than most of the other geographies, very well. In Europe, we called out last time that we are seeing change in stance and customers are being proactive. We see a significant number of 50 million plus deals coming in from Europe this quarter, right? And hopefully that trend continues. But North America, things changed relatively from what we expected would be just a temporary one into what we saw into February and March. Caused a lot of macro uncertainty and client being a bit risk averse, reflecting into what happened. And we can link it to the financial volatility in the banking system causing it. So near term, there seems to be a bit of concerns, but what gives us confidence is on the long term picture. The deal wins which we have had, and that's the dichotomy that while in the near term, clients in some cases have either hit the pause button in terms of stopping some discretionary projects, pausing them, or not starting projects which are not critical. But they are still investing into deals which will help them do longer term transformation ones, deals which will help them optimize cost, or some things which will help them focus on getting faster ROIs. And that is reflecting on our order book, a 10 billion order book, 5 billion coming in from US. BFSI, where there is a lot of concern, we are getting a 3 billion order book. Our typical one is between 2 to 2.5 billion. There also it's 3 billion. So I think in the medium to long term, things will be well.
Define the near term for us, and will things get slightly more volatile before they get better? I'm talking about near term, next 2 quarters, FY24 specifically.
That's where the uncertainty. We'll have to play it out as it comes. Our focus will be staying close to the customer, staying relevant, and as it plays out. And we are going by what we have seen in the near term in UK. So our expectation is based on that what played out in UK for us, and we see parts of it playing out in Europe. Gets played out in Europe completely, and then in US also. Also, what we have seen is customers have a tendency of there's an immediate impact which comes in, and then they have to rely on technology in some form to get their agendas also. So if they want to take cost takeout in a recessionary scenario, that becomes the biggest imperative one. They'll usually fall back on technology, and that's where we are optimistic that that should play out going forward as well.
So I'll prompt you for a number. When we spoke to NGS last time, he said, look, there is a probability, not a possibility. There is a probability and a possibility of a double-digit growth. Looks like if you're starting the quarter on this kind of a sticky wicket, a double-digit growth for FY24 will be an aspirational number. It will not be a realistic number.
Our aspiration will remain double-digit. Given uncertainty, too difficult to call out how it plays out.
Can I read it between lines?
Don't read between lines. I'm saying it as it is, Nikunj, that our aspiration and focus will be to get to double digit. Let's see how it plays out.
Okay. एक साल पहले we were talking attrition. Now we are talking about reduction in headcount. A lot has changed, and this kind of volatility is rare in a business like IT, which has a structural tailwind, which is at the curve of a multi-year cloud implementation. 2021, we were talking about moonlighting. Now everyone is saying that forget moon, the sun is also not shining.
So what do you want me to say?
I want to understand how are you managing this entire flux which has come.
See, I think we have been doing it for now 5 decades, so we actually know how to operate this very, very well, looking into all the dimensions of how we need to operate effectively and efficiently, where we need to invest, when we need to invest, how do we basically bring in 30,000 people in the first half of the last year so that we basically go through this kind of things, in a way which is actually, least impact our financials in a negative manner. So, some of these things actually come together so beautifully contractor costs, subcontractor costs coming down, visa things are getting up, so we are able to send people and basically also keep them happy in the process. Obviously business priority is there, but people also are equally important, and they get the opportunity to basically have global assignments. And then internal optimization, how does that happen? How do we basically deal more with the same, and how do we bring in more automation? All of these things, technology also plays a significant role in driving these optimization decisions along the way. And the demand or the hiring demand does not only depend on business demand, it depends on all the internal factors which I just talked about. And that's how we are able to manage last 2 quarters with 821 and minus 2,500 last 2 quarters, and still able to show the double-digit growth for the year.
Will you be honoring all your commitments in terms of the offers which you've rolled out? Because some of your peers are in double mind. They're delaying offers, they're delaying hiring, even at campus. Would you be honoring everything?
We have honored all the offers, and our people will have already, most of them are already onboarded, some of them are getting onboarded as we speak. And for next year, we already, like I said, we have already had offers of about 46,000 for the campus. And so it's a pipeline which is building for next year as well.
So attrition is not a worry.
तो ये TCS के मैनेजमेंट ही थे और हमारे मैनेजिंग एडिटर निकुंज डालमिया आपस में चर्चा करते हुए, और जो वहाँ से टेक अवेज आ रहा है वो बाकायदा हम हिंदी में आपके सामने लिख भी रहे हैं ताकि आप अच्छे से उसको अंडरस्टैंड कर पाएँ कि इस समय मुश्किल दौर से गुजर रहा है. खुद मैनेजमेंट कह रहा है कि हाँ थोड़े एफर्ट्स करने पड़ रहे हैं, बट हम लगातार कोशिश जारी अपनी रखेंगे.